I hope they will. And let's conclude what's going on here. What does it say that unbalanced young people can get guns easier than sick people can get health care? What does that say about what's going on? Arizona is one of only 3 states to allow concealed weapons without permits. That law took effect just a few months ago. Let's think about our priorities, right? I mean, good thing Jan Brewer kept all those violent Mexicans out of Arizona, right? Because God forbid they got into the country and did exactly this. Exactly this. God forbid they did that. You need more paperwork to prove you're a citizen than to carry a gun. And whenever this happens and it becomes clear the event was perpetuated by someone with a particular political ideology, people who share similar ideologies start defending their ideology because they believe that this is an attack on their ideology. It is not. It's an attack on your rhetoric. It's an attack on how you discuss that ideology. No one is saying most Republicans are threats to people's safety. Nobody is even saying most Glenn Beck fans are a threat to people's safety. The idea is, though, these ideologies attract more crazies than other ideologies. The vast majority of the violent rhetoric is coming from the right. Fox will wonder, how could this possibly happen? And you know what? It happens because of the violent eliminationist rhetoric when talking about liberals, when talking about people who want more gun control. Evan Hurst from Truth Wins Out was brilliant, saying trickle down actually works here. Trickle down doesn't work when we're talking about tax cuts for the rich. Trickle down works when you hear Palin and Bachman and Fox News pounding the violent rhetoric, the calls to arms. It actually does trickle down to people like Jared Lee Loughner. That's what's becoming clear. Sarah Palin must be repudiated by the Republican Party. This is a country problem. It would be irresponsible if I were to ignore the politics of it, though. Here's the list, Lewis, of famous right-wingers assassinated by American leftists. That's the list. Here's a list of prominent Democrats who have deployed the violent rhetoric, including the calls to arms that we're hearing. You see where I'm going with this?
I do.
Removing the stuff from Palin's website doesn't mean she's guilty. She's complicit. And this actually makes me worried about the dystopian type of society you read about in science fiction books. We've had these clashes before. 1960s, around communism, civil rights, Vietnam. Martin Luther King was assassinated. JFK was assassinated. The 90s, right? Gun rights, abortion, 168 killed in Oklahoma City. This is different. This, I believe, is different. It is possible Jared Loughner was influenced 90% or 80%, maybe 20% by political debate and rhetoric. But to say it played no part would be absurd. And we need to stop laughing off Hitler comparisons, as funny as they are in a sense. When we make fun of politicians for making comparisons to Hitler, we should not be laughing it off. Today on the bonus show, we'll be talking about Robert Gibbs stepping down. Lewis will have yet another story for us. Really a lot happening on the bonus show today. DavidPakman.com/membership. We'll be back. We've got interviews. We have plenty more to talk about, so stay tuned.
The David Pakman Show at DavidPakman.com.